Okay, welcome to another episode of The Butler Did It. I'm your host, Adam Butler, back with another episode. Thank you so kindly for being here. I'm going to get through this one real quick because, one, I was off last week because my voice was completely gone. I got sick. My voice was gone. You probably can still hear like the raspiness in my voice. I apologize for that. Luckily, I recorded this episode a couple of weeks back with my very best friend on the planet, my brother. It's like my brother. He might as well be like my actual brother. This is my dude. And I'm so proud of him, man. My man, Derek Aikens, is in the building. I'm going to get to him in a second. But before that, I'm actually trying something new. I'm not actually even recording through this microphone. I'm using the little lavalier microphone because I'm going to start recording more on location and stuff like that. So hopefully this sounds okay. We're trying to do. If it don't work, I'm just going to re-record it with the microphone. And, the episode will be out later. But hopefully it's working, okay? All right, so getting all that out the way. My man, Derek Aikens is in the building, man. This is my boy. We known each other pretty much all our lives. We're best friends. And he's always been an avid golfer, okay? Now he's taking it to the next level, all right? He has a YouTube channel called EVOL Golf, man, okay? It's all love. You know what it is, man. It's super, super dope. He is really, really putting it on, not only for the golf aficionado and the person that just wants to learn golf, but I think it's super cool because it's introducing the sport in a bigger way to black people and specifically black men. I'm not saying that's his mission in particular, but that's why I am attracted to the channel. And that's why I think he's doing dope things. And that's what we talked about on this show, how the sport is growing. There's a lot of black people, especially a lot of golf enthusiasts, social media influencers, podcasters, YouTubers. They're out there, but they're getting a bigger spotlight right now. And why more of us are getting into the sport and why more of us should get into the sport. All right. Without further ado, especially before I lose my voice, my man Derek Aikens is in the building right now. Hey, Derek, nice to meet you, man. It's our first time talking.
Oh my gosh! Finally, in the flesh, Mr. Adam Butler.
Yeah, I think I seen you one time at the nah, man.
And it begins.
Yeah, I know. I'm about to say. So this is an odd one. Yeah. This is an odd one because I've never interviewed you before. No. Never in my life. I almost don't know what to ask you. So I'm just gonna talk to you, okay?
For sure.
Listen, bro. I've told you off mic numerous times that I really, really love the channel. You got something going with this one. We're going to talk about the channel in particular. First, I want to talk about the sport and black people being involved with the sport. I remember when you first picked up golf. I remember it. We were living together, you know what I'm saying? And I remember you saying that it was something you were interested in getting into at the time because that's where deals got done. We were very much into like finance and,
right.
You know what I mean? Financial freedom at the time and such. And I think that's, and correct me if I'm wrong, that's kind of why you got into it. But how did you fall in love with it?
Yeah, bro. Hey, first of all, thank you so much for having me on the show, bro. You met my man since day one.
Yeah.
I've been supporting all your pods, all your work forever.
Yeah.
Proud of you, man. Can't say that enough.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure, man. How did I get into it? Was that the question? I got into praising you.
Yeah, no, right. And I'll take that all day.
Yeah.
No, how did you fall? I know how you got into it. I remember you said you were getting into it because of that's where deals get done, right?
That's right.
But how did you fall in love with the sport?
Easy. Because it's hard. Because it's difficult, because it was the most difficult thing, right? Being a collegiate athlete, I came up doing track, did track freshman year of college, into my sophomore year, but things got a little complicated, so I had to give that up. Had a lot of time on my hands, and luckily for me, I was working with one of my best friends now, my homeboy Ramel, shout out to him. Dog. My man put the club in my hand just one day after work, you know what I'm saying? And it was hard. The thing was, hit a ball 100 yards and just try to hit a ball 100 yards. It turns out that was like the most difficult thing to do and easily addicted because I think it's just the background. We used to hoop back in the day, man. We used to play Hoop It Up. We used to backyard brawl all the time on the court or whatever, and whatever was the most challenging thing was something that I gravitated towards, man. So it was just hard. It was hard. And the addiction to trying to be perfect is what got me.
The addiction to trying to be perfect. I like that. That's an interesting point because it is a difficult sport.
Yeah.
And anyone that plays will tell you that. You don't even have to know much about golf, and people will tell you it's a difficult sport. There was a stigma around it, and I imagine, and I guess it's a two-part question. Like, what's the stigma around when you first started? Because you've been playing for a while now, 10 plus years,
almost 20, bro.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, dog. We had 18.
Yeah.
05, I think. It was like right before I graduated college. Yeah, I'm dating myself, y'all. It's all good, though.
No, it's okay. Listen, man, old heads listen to this show, dog. Trust me. But no, you're right, because I don't know why I was thinking it was later, but you're absolutely right, because before we really started, like before we had the condo and all that, this is all personal before we had the condo, but before we was roommates and all that. That is true. You was. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
I'm talking about baggy t-shirts, baggy jeans out there at the driving range, bro. Like before I had any any golf swag. You know what I mean?
Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift was out. You wanna know how I know that? And Romel were like this.
Yeah.
Because, and that actually gets me to my point. We went to his house. This is when y'all first was really getting into it. And he had me out there swinging, and I threw the damn club in the tree.
Into the tree.
And he won't ever, every time I talk to his brother, he brings it up. But okay, anyway.
Because you deserve it.
I did. That was terrible. And I was and at the time, I was like, I went to golf camp. I know about golf. Yeah,
my mama used to play. Right.
My mama did used to play. But, okay, so
yeah.
I feel like especially then, there was still a stigma around the sport. A lot of black people kind of stayed away from the sport, especially younger black people. Older black men played, but a lot of younger dudes did not play. Is that true? One, and two, if so, what do you think has changed? Because you are starting to see a lot of younger people get into the sport now. It's become a lot more mainstream amongst younger, especially hip hop and black folks.
I love that question. Back when I first started, was that stigma true? Absolutely, man. It was something that you had to experience, but you wouldn't even know. It's like one of the best kept secrets that there was an underlying black culture of golf, especially in the DMV area, that you'd never be privy to because of those misconceptions that, we're not playing. Nobody's playing. Black folks ain't playing. It's boring. It's quiet. It's stupid. Whatever those misconceptions were, it was a very prevalent
sport.
It was a
rich white man sport. Right.
Exactly. But those things quickly got dispelled for me as soon as I just crossed over and gave the game a chance, man. As soon as I gave the game a chance, I realized that we are deep into it. We got a rich, beautiful history of black people playing this game for decades, man. Like fathers and grandfathers playing this thing and and passing the game down with hand-me-down clubs that they got from the Salvation Army. You know what I mean? And people it's who've been playing the same courses for years with their buddies on a Saturday. Some people I know, these dudes I know, they go up there just to kick it. It's like the barbershop. It's the barbershop. It's a barbershop culture, except you swinging a golf club, bro. You got your fish sandwiches, and you got, your if you talking about Langston, which is where me and you gonna go play in about a week or so, we got the banging breakfasts, because it's just like a greasy spoon breakfast joint where you get your big giant pancakes. It's a culture that we just didn't know existed, man, and I'm so glad that I found it. And there was another part to your question. I should have wrote it down.
No, you good, bro. That's why we edit. Yeah. Because now I got. Do you is it getting younger? Are there more people? Just answer it. I'll cut that part out, and then you can get to that part. Right.
So for the second part of your question, bro, like, is it getting younger? Absolutely. The game is getting younger. It's getting hipper. It's getting cooler. It's a lot of folks. Okay, let's take away what it used to look like on just the surface of clothes. Right. We like fashion. There are people who like fashion. There are people who are not digging the old baggy golf polo shirts, khaki pants. Look like you're going to work to go play. Nah, man, it's changing, and I love it so much. It's to a place where you look like an athlete out there now. You can look like an athlete. Like they got the jogger pants, they got sneakers that, you know, without the spikes and all that. You got Air Maxes, you got Jordan 1s. You know the Jordans better than I do. I'm not even going to front like I know them.
I know what you're saying,
but they throw some spikes on the bottom of them, and you just now you fly on the golf course. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of different brands. There's a lot of different influencers that you could check out on Instagram. I got a list of them. Whenever we ready to get to that stuff, I can talk about that. But it's a lot of the game is trying to reach a different demographic now, man, and I love it. I'm here for it. I'm trying to push it myself. There are what helps is NBA players playing. It used to be just Michael Jordan, right? That's all we had. But nah, man, we got D Wade out there balling. We got Steph Curry balling. Like they're not just out there hitting.
One, right?
They are playing great golf because they're athletes. They're fantastic athletes who have the discipline to get better at these things. And then you got Andre Iguodala, baller. You got Austin Reeves, baller. You got Reggie Bush got a hole in one recently, baller. You know what I'm saying? So it's the whole look. When you look at golf, when you're scrolling on Instagram, you're going to see different people that you would not have seen when I first started playing.
Nah, and I've shared a couple with you that have really blown my mind, you know, and I do think it's cool, and I do start to see it. All shouts to Eastside Golf and folks like that. You know, when DJ Khaled gets out there and all of these Scarface, one of my favorite all-time rappers, Scarface is out there like golfing.
Down the middle.
Yeah, like Scarface, bro, Brad. Like it is a trip. You know, I always kind of take things to like a mental health standpoint on this show, especially amongst black men, right? And you know, sometimes that could get kind of heavy-handed as a subject, right? It's always usually when people want to talk about mental health, it's usually like therapy. And therapy obviously is important. I mean, come on, right? But to me, for men, mental health comes from community. Mental health comes from just being able, like you said, to go out there and kick it, this, that, and another. Now, you mentioned it. We used to go to the basketball court. We used to go to the lounge. We used to go shoot pool or whatever. People still do those things. But I do think that people want to kind of like elevate their taste a little bit, right? They're trying new things, and I do think that's why golf is starting to show up on my timeline a lot more, right? From a communal standpoint, you alluded to it earlier, but from a communal standpoint, brethren kicking it. Do you think that factors into why black men, especially black men younger than 50, starting to get involved in this? I keep shaking my camera. Hold on. Starting to get involved in this sport, in this culture. You know, maybe they aren't Tiger Woods, but you know what I'm saying? It's something that they can, you know, we can bond over.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the best parts about it. You get to take, you know, 4 hours to just kick it. You're outside. For me, I love just being outside. You know, love being outside, love riding around. You can get your cigars. You can, the old stigmas of golf is quiet. Nah, dog. We got speakers. We got radios now. We taking radios out there. We listening to music. We smoking cigars. We are completely unplugged and chilling.
I think, real quick. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Okay. Because one of the time I used to go out there with you every now and then.
Yeah.
You know, and it would be fun. But I remember one time specifically. I don't remember where we were and who we were with. I don't know if we even went with somebody. You know, but I remember. You didn't scold me or nothing, but I remember the feeling of it's quiet, and you know, I'm like, I'm trying to talk some shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm and I did kind of feel intimidated by it. Like I felt like, yo, why I got, you know, do I have to pretend to be something in order to be out here and participate? Can I have fun? I was younger then, so my idea of fun was much different, right? But I'm glad you mentioned that. Why has that changed? You know, I want you to keep with your point, but also just like why are there radios out there now? Why is it louder?
Because we want to do what we want to do now. Like it's just changing. Like it's just not your granddad's golf anymore.
Yeah.
It's just the evolution of the game. People want to be entertained while we're out there. You want to be entertained. You want to, listen to your podcast while you're riding around. You want to take that conference call or whatever. Some folks do that. They'll take their calls out there. You know what I mean? But it's like we don't want golf to be a deterrent from doing the things that you enjoy. You want to bring those things together. Like any other aspect of your life, you want to bring those things that you like into one spot. So why am I going to cut music out of my life because I want to spend a few hours on the golf course? No, we're going to listen to music. We're going to ride. Right. I got Kendrick Lamar on my playlist. I got J. Cole. You turn it down to a respectful amount. But people got systems. People trick out their golf carts. I wish I was. I wish I could. You know what I mean? I wish I had my own golf cart.
I'm about to say, do you own a golf cart?
I wish I did, bro. Okay. They trick them out, man. Like it ain't the same no more. It's not the same no more. So it's fun. Trying to make the game fun. Yeah. What needs to happen is to make it more accessible, right? We need to be able to have better green fees to get people out there playing. There are ways.
What's a green fee?
Green fee, just the fee to play. When you go to a golf course, like average 18 holes in the DMV can run you $80. That's average. Fall ball when you're playing in the fall or whatever. Summertime rates, they jump up. That's the thing that cancels out a lot for people. Yeah. And the price of equipment. And something I wrote down to remind myself of is that the price is getting better. Like if you took a date to Topgolf, right? Two of y'all playing, drinks, food, whatever. For the price of that, you can go get yourself a starter set of golf clubs. And you're in the door.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But that price point is something I was going to get to. I'm glad you got there because, when you talk about like sports like basketball and football, right? Soccer. Yeah. No, I'll actually take soccer out of there. Basketball, football,
tennis.
Baseball. These sports usually resonated within the black community, with black youth, because all you needed was a ball and a stick. Pause. Had to do it. I had to do it. I had to do it.
I had a little something on my nose too.
Oh, it's all good.
And I was gonna do like a disclaimer, like early on, we're just gonna get balls, stick, hit ball, fine ball, wash ball. Just get it all out the way so we can be grown-ups.
That's the real. That's the real. That is that's the real. That's it right there. Ball, stick, hole.
Wash ball, hole, ball go hole.
Put
stick,
it in hole. Right.
Shaft.
Right. Clean stick. Drive. Yo, that's funny, man. But no, so within the youth, sports that young people usually pick up are ones that you can just play. Yeah. Right? For some reason, soccer kind of stood out as one of the more expensive ones. I never really understood that, but it was always kind of seen as like an expensive sport. Maybe it's because of like, the leagues you need to get in or whatever. I don't know. Tennis kind of comes, the lessons you need.
Tennis is country club, yeah.
Right. But basketball, football, baseball, people play that in the street because you need, simple tools to do so, right?
And I'd actually push back on soccer. That's the most worldwide played sport because all you need is a ball. Yeah. And I mean, I'm sure you've seen it as well, like all these kids do in some countries is paint. Yeah. Paint a goal on a wall and they play like that. All you need is a ball for that, really.
Yeah, worldwide, absolutely.
Worldwide,
right.
Yeah.
100% right about that. But the bottom line is that
it's about access. We're talking access.
Access to the sport. You have to pay for these things. Yeah. And I'm glad to hear that the prices are going down. As an adult, it kind of, it matters, but it's like all about your budget or whatever, right? I know you dealt with the youth though. You're true to this. You taught kids, you still teach kids. Yep. How do you go about that? Like, do you recruit, or do you just like, how do you get kids involved with those challenges?
It's open to anyone. So the first stint I had as a coach was for the First Tee program of Prince George's County, which is a nationwide program. I think Joe Louis Burrow, the boxer Joe Louis, his son, was the CEO when I first started and like chairman or something. I'm not sure if he's still in a position with the organization, but
You realize his name is Joe Louis Burrow?
yeah.
You think about
Oh,
that?
Joe Burrow. Yeah.
Joe Louis
Joe
Burrow?
Louis Burrow. How about that?
Okay.
I didn't think about that.
It's amazing.
But yeah. But so that organization was really, really good and really helpful for me to get my foot in the door to help understanding where the limits are for access. So doing that program, we would have a ton of like donated golf clubs that people didn't want or had no use for, or a kid maybe outgrew. So we had a shed full of golf clubs. All we needed was bodies. Just bring the kid. If the kid is interested, we'll make sure that they have what they need to foster their interest in the game. And what I saw over time was that we had kids that grew up in the program, 8, 9, 10, keep going all the way up to 17, 18. Well, once they hit that high school mark, that's when it became hard to keep their interest. I feel like that might be changing now because I did the first tee for 11 years, took a break when I had my most recent daughter who is now 5.
Yes.
And I'm back into it. So now the game has kind of changed in those 5 years where it is like we were just saying, it's a little bit hipper, cooler. So we're able to like, the interest is still there for some of these teenage kids. And that's my mission in life, bro.
Yeah.
Is to bridge that gap from when they're little kids to get these kids in college. I want them to get scholarships and sponsorships. I want to see the game change on the PGA level, but I'm sure we'll get there at some point. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's
But it is.
point.
It's all about access, man. You just want to get the club in the kids' hands. So programs like the First Tee is fantastic.
Yeah.
Any little junior program, just get a kid swinging the club.
Yeah. Yeah. Now let's talk about that now, man. Let's talk about like changing it because again, you know, Tiger Woods came around. We grew up. Tiger Woods was the man.
GOAT.
For sure.
Still is.
For sure. Hey, shout out to Tiger Woods,
Fight
man.
me on it. Fight me on it, Jack fans. But go ahead.
And listen, if just on a sidebar, and his life has done more since then. The documentary about Tiger Woods on HBO, the docuseries about Tiger Woods is so good. It's like
was great.
Shockingly great. Yeah, like really
Facts.
good.
Yeah.
But you know, we grew up with Tiger Woods, right? And Tiger Woods did try to, you know, change the idea of the sport, but also Tiger Woods, it was like you were on one side of the fence with Tiger Woods, like he was the coolest thing in the world because and he got you into golf, or he was just, you know, whatever he called himself, you know, the stereotype about Tiger Woods and kind of like yeah, whatever it was, like and just kind of like, you know, I don't think this, but like a corny dude who golfed and whatever, right?
He was. He was
now. Yeah, and I mean, but see, here's my thing though. That I don't think that matters as much as it used to, because the uniform of being black is being ripped apart, right?
Facts. Yeah.
There's not one way to be black, but unfortunately, Tiger did come up in a time where black looked like one thing. A black man looked like one thing. He wasn't a comic book geek. He didn't play golf.
Right.
He didn't dress a certain way. He didn't talk a certain way. So Tiger Woods was very important in that aspect, and I'm sure he's important in getting some black faces into the PGA level, right? But I think we both can admit there's work to do in regards, right? How do, beyond the youth programs, right, do you think like the influencers that I'm sure you're going to shout out in a minute, but even like the Khaleds and the people like, and I got a follow-up question about like the likes of Khaled and people like that, right?
Sure.
But even like the Khaleds and the Charles Barkley's playing and your favorite rapper playing, Offset and whoever else, right? Do you think that helps on the PGA level? Do you think that helps, you know, that could help fill that gap that's clearly still there?
Yeah. Simply because it gets a club in somebody's hand. The more people that we have playing, the better the odds that it's going to change. Right. And you have these well-to-do, high-standing people who can reach back and provide a ladder for a kid that shows promise. Yeah. I'm hoping that's the case. That's what Steph Curry is doing, man. He has an organization. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. Undefeated, underrated, which I believe is going to help. I guarantee we're going to have an underrated kid.
Yeah.
On the tour in the next 10 years or so, right? Yeah. Because he's just getting people interested. Dude, I think that's the greatest thing, using your platform, using your status to influence. Right. And I think that's highly commendable. So to answer your question, I believe the more influencers, rappers, people in position playing, the better, man. Can never have enough.
Absolutely. And I think you mentioned Michael Jordan earlier, who is, I adore Michael Jordan, right? But, I think more cool, down to earth kind of people, not like these people with like this godlike status, like Tiger Woods and even Michael Jordan. Like Michael Jordan had his cigar and his fancy clothes. I'm not that guy that's like getting on Jordan. I'm a Jordan fan, but he looked elite on the golf course. You know what I'm saying? He looked like, it looked like something I can't do, because this is where the rich elite people go. Yeah. So I do think it's cool that the rappers and by the way, we keep talking about getting black men into it, and I mentioned it because of black men.
I got black ladies on my list here also.
I'm word up, because that's what I'm saying. Like, and I mentioned black men, but I just want to make sure for the audience, because I mentioned black men just for my mental health, because I do think that black men need to continue to excel and work on that part of life, right? But obviously, you want to get black people involved, black girls involved as well. But I want to ask, before we get to your list and before we get to the channel,
for sure,
I do want to ask, just to play devil's advocate. I've gotten into watches lately, right? I'm a sneakerhead, right? So I'm in these like niche communities where there are a lot of gatekeepers in the community. There's a lot of people who are like, I've been doing this for X amount of years. You ain't real. I've really been learning this with the watch community, which is blowing my mind. People are very, very snobby in the watch community. It's very intimidating, and it makes you not want to be part of it, if I can be really honest. But that's another conversation.
Damn.
It's bad, dog. Like, it's like if you don't have a Rolex or Omega or something, like in the courts and the blah, blah, blah. That's crazy. It's crazy. It's like it's the most snobby thing I've ever.
I can't just enjoy something anymore.
I mean, it's just a watch, dog. But that's another conversation. I bring that up because the perception of golf is that it's snobby, right? But also, I do wonder what the purists, if they exist, think about DJ Khaled and this rapper, that rapper, it becoming like a trend. Like, which can be seen as a negative thing or a positive thing. A trend on Instagram that people starting Instagram channels, and you got like very attractive people using golf as a
they do.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I learn how to swing a little bit, I'm good looking. I'll get because I'm different. Do you think that the purists are annoyed by all the new people that are coming around and sort of changing the face of their sport?
Yes. Yes, I do. Prime example. Mention his name again. The GOAT, Tiger. He recently was caught. He did like a clinic or something maybe a couple weeks ago. Yeah. Where it was literally like F YouTube. Literally, Tiger Woods, F YouTube, right? Yeah. What I think that stems from is old school, old guard, dig it out the dirt kind of mentality, which is, go to the range, hit a million golf balls until you get better, find yourself a PGA pro, which are all good things. Yeah. All good things. But what YouTube does is continue to make the game accessible. It makes teaching and coaching accessible, because all you got to do is check out a professional and get a couple swing tips, and maybe it worked for you, maybe it don't. Maybe some kind of pro on YouTube is helping you out, but maybe they're not, or whatever. But it's allowing people who cannot afford that country club membership or can't afford, whatever it is, amount of dollars an hour to get a pro, to at least get started in the game. So I think there are some old school people who, get off my lawn kind of thing with these new folks and YouTube and TikTok golfers who now everybody knows how to do the shot tracer line where you hit a ball and the red line follows it. It's as simple as doing it on your phone nowadays. Where people are kind of just, some people are under the belief that some people are making up their lines, make it look like it's going straight. Everybody hits it straight until you get them on the golf course, all that stuff. I think it's a lot of that, but ultimately, who cares, man? Like, I'm about getting clubs in folks' hands, man. Getting them playing, getting kids interested because there are scholarships out here that's available for us. And it's fun, it's relaxing, it's hard as hell, but it's enjoyable. The reward when you hit a great shot is unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's the thing that keeps you coming back.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. You know, speaking of influencers, and besides you're my favorite golf influencer, okay? But
my guy.
I mean that. No, I told you. You know what I've said it to you behind the scenes. Your channel. What I like about it is that you see the ups and downs. I feel like I'm just going out with a regular person, and I'm on the course with you. It's like I'm going up next almost. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you also do a great job of explaining what's happening, explaining what you're going to do. Your channel's dope. We're about to get into that. But
okay, I appreciate that.
No problem. The influencer piece, I like Eastside Golf, obviously. I want you to shout out these influencers, but I gotta say, and I can't remember my man's name, but the dude to be like nasty. Don't be nasty.
Manolo.
That dude is amazing, bro.
Manolo teaches golf.
Yes,
Manolo teaches golf.
Is amazing.
Check him out. That dude is chef's kiss, bro. Like everything that you want a golf influencer to be. One, his clothes are fly, bro.
Yes.
Like my man be
very clean, very clean.
Fly. He is fly. He's the one that I first noticed is rocking all the different color Air Maxes.
Yeah.
Killing them. Like his Air Maxes match his hat, which is his logo that matches his shirt and his belt. Killing it.
Presentation.
2, he got a character that's supreme.
Yes.
I don't know if that's how he really is.
Yo, don't be nasty.
Yeah, yo, man, dude got it. Yo, he is so funny, and he knows the game.
Yeah.
His thing is like, suck faster. Like he knows that we all suck. Just do it faster. Here, keep it moving. Like here's a quick tip, bam, bam, and he hits the ball, and he's good. He got it. He's dope.
Amazing.
He's dope.
Amazing. Yeah. Who else you got your eye on, man? Tell me about some more influencers.
All right. So, you already touched on the big boys, right? Eastside Golf. Check them out.
Yeah.
They got a logo. They got a brand, bro. Like, worldwide golf brand.
Yeah, dope.
And it is dope.
Dope series on them on Hulu. It might still be on Hulu about Eastside Golf and how they got the Jordan brand, how they got the Jordan deal and everything. Yeah,
that's dope.
I hadn't last year. I'm not sure if it's still up, but check it out if it is still on Hulu.
Yeah. Eastside Golf. Then you got your man Snappy Gilmore.
Snappy Gilmore, dog.
Because he's legit, man. His whole shtick, his first shtick was you remember the movie Happy Gilmore where he would run and hit the club, hit the ball. Well, Snappy do it with one hand. He got one hand.
Seen him.
There you go. His name is Snappy Gilmore, my man with the with the blonde dreads.
Yes.
Young black dude.
Yes.
We coming, man. We out here.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? We out here. We playing. The game looks different.
Yeah.
It looks different.
Yeah.
You got then you got the more traditional, but still it's us. We out here. We vlogging. You got Clutch_athlete.
Okay.
My man be putting out some good videos. He could play like on a what too, man. He can hit that ball, bro. Then you got Black Active Golf. That's like an IG. Check them out, Black Active Golf, where they pull in all sorts. You send them a video, they might repost it. They just supporting the culture. They supporting us. Check them out because that one page can lead you to another and another and another. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Word.
Safita. Shout out to the sisters. We got Meg, the golfer, left-handed sister out there hitting the ball, man. Check her out. We got Troy Mullins.
Yeah.
She is incredible. She works for Live Golf now, but she started off as a long drive pro.
Wow.
I don't know if she started off as a long drive pro, but that's when I caught wind of her. She was a long drive. She hit she hit the crap out of the ball.
Man, they sound like a golfer. The crap out of that ball, buddy.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to keep you monetized, man. I'm trying to keep you monetized. So man. And she not hard on the eyes neither. So
Yeah.
But man. So it's a lot of us out here, and shout out to Eric Lottery. Lottery, my man. I think he lived like in the Carolinas. Small, scrappy dude. I think he's actually like a rapper on. I think his primary is like a rapper.
Okay.
But his brand is RNG.
Okay.
Look that up. I'm not gonna tell you what it stands for until we get off this line. RNG. He's a real golfer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
And he's like, oh, shit.
Yo,
okay.
Yeah. But he cool, man. We look different. And the thing about homeboy is that he don't have like a traditional swing.
Right.
He's not gonna make you feel like you don't know what you're doing in the out. My man just out here playing. He playing with his homies and he making it fun and funny. He's funny, bro. Right. Like he's the dude, you probably seen the clip where he hit the ball and like, you heard the little noise. But yeah, check him out. Hilarious. Those are the influences that I follow.
All right, so let's talk about your channel, man. Like we talked about at the top, man. You've been golfing for close to 20 years.
Yeah.
I've seen you do it. You know, I remember when you would be in there with the little green on the on the ground, you know, with the bat, just hitting golf balls, popping people in the head with the golf ball if they're coming through the house. Yeah. You know,
sorry.
But you know, and I know there's been a passion of yours for a very long time. Talk to the people about how you started your channel, why you started your channel, and what's important about your channel.
Appreciate the opportunity, man. The channel's called EVOL Golf, EVOL, love spelled backwards, because that's how I feel about the game, man. I feel like it's hard. I feel like it don't love me sometimes, but I will always love it. It's up and down. It's a roller coaster, but I want people to share that journey with me.
Yeah.
Where'd it come from? Honestly, I haven't seen anybody like me doing it on YouTube, right? I just wanted to I wanted to do what they're doing. I can I follow a lot of channels. You know, salute to Good Golf. Salute to Rick Shields. He's the GOAT, like long time. This man got 2 million, over 2 million subscribers. Yeah. Cat over in the UK, like killing it. But he got really, really good content. And it's honestly, it's inspiring. And then you got YouTubers like the Mulligan Mafia, which are people of color. I'm not even going to try to put them in a box like I know what, you know, where they from, but I know they're people of color, and they just hitting the ball, man. They having fun doing it. I just want to do it. I want to get out there. I want to have some fun. Like, okay, sure, I can get out here and I can play a good round. I can play a terrible round. And I think that people can relate to that. Yeah. Most of the folks that I named, they play really, really well. Yeah. But I think most of the people who play kind of play like me. You know, it's up, it's down, it's good, it's bad. You get frustrated, you're behind a tree, and you know. But I'm gonna show you all of it. I'm gonna show you all the good. I'm gonna show you all the bad. If I'm stuck behind the tree, if I lose a ball, you're gonna watch me lose that ball, man. Yeah. And see what goes along with it. Hopefully, I can make you smile, and hopefully, you know, you learn something, and we learn something together through it. Yeah.
A little peek behind the curtain. We talk about our YouTube channels a lot, right? Us two, and shout out to our brother David. Shouts out to Tiffany.
Real and relate.
Real and relate, man. You know, cause we talk about, cause we're all in this content space, and we talk about our channels a lot. And one thing I've told you that I appreciate about your channel is that part right there, right? See, to me and to the regulars, right? The normies, whatever, the regular folks, the average people, the whatever you want to call us, we are. I don't know why that one came to me, but the you know, that we are we see you and you look like Tiger Woods, dog. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, like you look like you're light years better than us. So to look at like a pros channel, like the people you're naming, is intimidating. That's like going and just watching Steph Curry shoot and being like, yeah, now go do that, right? Right. But it's the guy that's like Lethal Shooter and people like that are like, yo, I'm showing you how to get here, so you can get like that. And for you, I think it's I'm not gonna be a PGA pro, obviously, right? But it's getting me on the course. Yeah. And the reel that you see, it's like a reality television show. Like, it's like, it's not pretty, it's not pristine, it's not like, look at all these beautiful shots, because you do have those in there. But it's also, like you said, now I'm struggling behind this tree. Yep. And I can see that as a watch out for that tree. Like we're
oh man.
Listen, man, this is how we do when we talk, y'all.
Yeah.
You know, but when you see the struggle, It's almost more
relatable.
inspiring. Yeah, it's relatable, and it's almost more inspiring than the beautiful shot, because now I know I don't have no shame now. I can go out there and play. I don't feel like I gotta. I know I can get to what you just did. Like, you made the shot, and I can get there because I watched you do it. You see what I'm saying?
I do.
And I think that's a really, really, really dope aspect and a very unique aspect of what you're doing. And that's why I have told you numerous times you do have something with this one. And I think it's just really, really, really cool, bro. I'm going to give you your flowers.
Appreciate that, man. God damn. My heart warm.
Don't cry, dog. Don't cry, dog.
Later.
Balls and sticks. Balls and sticks.
But man, that's the purpose though. Like, I want it to be relatable. I want people to see that it ain't just you out there that's hidden behind a tree or drop one in the water or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I want people to see the journey that it's going to take to get better.
Yeah.
You know, just like a lot of people listening to this and that watch EVOL Golf, it's, you know, we got lives. Yeah. We got lives, we got families, we're busy. Sometimes, you know, some days are busier than others. Sometimes we got to take care of our partner. Sometimes, you know, we got a kid, we got a dog, we got a cat, whatever it is.
Right.
So I'm trying to show you how I can squeeze in practice. How do I squeeze in going to the store to get like equipment? And how do I figure that out to make myself just get that incrementally, that little bit better, just that little bit better? How can we improve together? What are some little tips and tricks to make your round of golf a little bit easier, so that you can kind of maneuver through those ups and downs? Because we're all going to have them. We're all going to put one in the water, but what's that next shot like? And it's just like life, man. What's going to be the next shot?
What's the next shot?
I'm here. I'm in this position. How do I get out of it?
Yep. All right. So for the people that want to check you out, check out the channel EVOL Golf. What's the social? What's the channel?
Yeah, we are EVOL Golf everywhere, man. evilgolf@gmail.com if you want to send me something. If you want to check out EVOL Golf on YouTube and EVOL Golf on Instagram. It might be EVOL__ golf. Could be. Just check it out. Just hit me. EVOL. Love spelled backwards. You know, it's really all love. That's it.
There you go, man. Hey, man, Derek, I appreciate you, bro. You know I love you, man.
Love you back, bro, for real.
Dear brother, man.
My brother from another.
Brother from another motherfucker. Anyway, all right, yeah, stay monetized.
Yeah,
right?
Stay monetized.
All right, bro.
Appreciate you, homeboy.
All right, man. Shouts out to my boy Derek, man. Again, follow him, EVOL Golf. Super dope, man. I'm telling you, the channel's dope. And I'm going to be on the channel. Yeah. I'm going to go out there and swing some golf clubs with my boy. All right. So check that out, man. I can't say, listen, man, I could gush over this all day, man. I'm just so very, very proud of him, man. It's super cool. Okay. All right, let's get to it because my voice is going. Follow me, MSR_Adam. MSR_Adam. That's me on all socials. Okay. Remember to subscribe to this channel. Remember to subscribe to the podcast. You can check out this show on YouTube. You can check out this show on all your podcasting platforms. Subscribe, rate, review, ring the bell, do all of those things. It helps me out, okay? Love y'all for that. Appreciate you guys. Remember to mind your mental health. Mind your mental health. It's super important. It's the most important thing you can do. Mind your physical health. It's super important. It's one of the most important things you can do. And remember, never, ever, ever, ever forget. And please continue. Be great. I'm up out of here. Peace.